Life can be fun. Go to the forest where the shadows do run. They're coming soon. They can hear you. Story time. Come inside. Donna Carey tells the story.
Hey y'all, I'm Donna.
And I'm Carrie.
And we are Paranormal Chicks.
And we're still all up in this 31 Nights of Halloween. And we have a special guest today.
It's me, Tiffany.
She's here because y'all submitted all your questions on the Facebook group for an Ask Me Anything. And that's what we're going to do. So, these are your questions, and here are our answers. You know how it goes.
Okay, guys, I think y'all really did outdo yourselves this year. There's some really good questions, and I can't wait to hear y'all's answers.
Well, that makes me so excited to know what the questions are.
Okay, y'all ready?
Let's just jump right in.
Jessie M. wants to know, where did extra large pizza come from? What made you all decide to do a podcast? And have either of you ever seen a ghost?
So we didn't technically make extra large pizza a thing. It was our friend's boyfriend at the time. So him and his friends were like, why get a medium pizza? Because you want more pizza, you want extra large. So that was his, because he has a preference for bigger girls.
Yeah, and from what I remember, he was talking to people who didn't understand his preference for bigger girls. And he was like, why would you get a medium when you can get an extra large? And that's where it came from. So we didn't come up with it.
We just took it and ran.
Well, we don't run, but...
I didn't know that. I didn't know that story. I thought y'all came up with it.
Hell no.
No.
As far as what made us decide to do a podcast, Donna and I were just talking one day. She wanted a more creative outlet, and I was like, all right. And she was like, let's do a podcast. And I was like, what the fuck would we do a podcast on? Because again, I'm way more true crime. Like, she enjoys true crime, but she not like me. And she likes paranormal, but I'm, again, the skeptic, and is like, I certainly didn't want to do a whole podcast on just paranormal. We'd had like 4 episodes, and I'm like, I'm done with this. And then she was like, well, why don't we do both? And I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, not glamorous, but I think we were watching Dateline when we discussed this.
Yeah.
Short answer, no ghost for me. Just some weird happenings. And I think we said it, like we talked about them, all the like weird happenstance kind of stuff in the previous AMA.
And as far as me, nope, never seen a ghost.
Well, I've seen a ghost for like 2 seconds. It was my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
My mama. I don't know why I called her my grandmother, because I never in my life called her
You're trying
that.
to be fancy.
But it was at my dad's house, and it was like soon after she passed, and I was walking down to their den and just saw her for a split second sitting on the couch. And literally, like, it was like a second. She was there, and then she was gone.
That's crazy.
Okay, moving on. Ashlyn F., a.k.a. Creep Niece, wants to know, if you could give advice to episode 1, Donna and Carrie, what would it be?
I would say don't be in your head so much. Like, just fucking relax. Like, stop trying to be in your head about every single thing that you say. Because as we got more relaxed, the show became, I think, better because, like, it was more flowy. Whereas before, it was like everything I said, I felt like I had to be calculated because I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I didn't want to, and then I just, not that I wasn't me, but I'm more me now. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I felt like we did that like by episode like 8 though. You got out of the wooden chair and that was a lot better.
Yeah, that was like episode 2 though. I also think there were probably a couple of cringe jokes that we've like learned and grown more as people too. So it's like both sides of the coin with that.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to think because a lot of things, I just feel like we're natural. You're just starting out doing something you have never done before. So we're going to be weird because we had never recorded anything than like a voicemail message.
Yeah. And even then, when you start those, you're like, how
Yeah.
So today I went to the market. Oh, I don't usually say market.
Yes. But maybe I would just say, y'all are not imposters. Y'all are doing your thing. You're authentically you, and just believe more in ourselves.
Imposter syndrome. It's a bitch, man.
It really is.
Ashlyn's next question is, how do you think episode 1 Donna and Carrie would react if you could tell them how far they have come?
I mean, I feel like we're still that same episode 1 person. Because every time we're like, oh my God, someone in India listens to us, like every time.
I still remember us making the 10,000 download, like, graphic thing. And
Yeah.
by we, I mean Donna made it because I don't know how to use Canvas. But
Canva.
same thing.
Canva.
You know, same thing. But I still remember us making that 10,000 download, like, thing. And it's like, holy shit. That was so huge. And it is huge. But it's like, we've come so far.
Yeah. We seriously are amazed all the time.
It's so funny. I went back like just the other day and listened to episode 7, and that's when y'all hit 1,000 downloads, and y'all were so freaking excited. It was so funny. I was like, that's crazy that they were like, I mean, obviously y'all were jumping up and down for joy because, I mean, dang, it's 1,000 downloads. It's 7 episodes, you know? So to see how far y'all have come is just amazing. Okay, this one is just for Carrie.
Oh, shit.
Are there any cases that you would like to cover but are still under investigation? Example, Gabby Petito. I feel like if this happened years ago, it would be such a great episode.
I don't have like a time limit on them, but I feel like anything that's like recent, that's really fresh for the family, that kind of thing. But I mean, I guess it's always fresh for the family, but like I would do a cold case that's unsolved. But I try to be careful with the unsolved cases because you don't want to talk about persons of interest and it not be them. And then you've perpetuated the cycle of ruining their fucking life when they may or may not have been involved. So anything that's unsolved just makes me go, ooh. So if it's like an old cold case, I'm a little more apt to cover it. Even the Lori Vallow case, I didn't want to cover that when it was in the press and all. And even now, it still feels a little too soon to me to do it. So I don't know. It's more of like a gut. It's more of like a gut feeling than like a timeline thing. Does that make sense? Like I'm not like, oh, it's been 5 years, I can do it. It's just like, it still feels a little too fresh to me.
Okay. Ashlyn's final question, just for Donna. If you could go to any of the places you have done a story on, what would it be?
Waverly Hills Sanatorium. We were so close to going, but, Carrie almost died. And it is not handicap accessible, so she was on her scooter, and we couldn't go.
Oh, it's all my fault. Just kidding, it is.
Okay. Donna's going to love this question.
Oh, Lord. Does that mean I'm going to hate it?
Probably. Kayla G wants to know, if you could be a bug, what kind and why?
A ladybug, because I'm a lady.
No, you're not.
And, well, the females are, like, more orangish, but they're still pretty. And they're like, everyone loves them, right? And they could be good luck, but then they could also bite you. And they hurt.
They do hurt. And the red and black ones are so much better.
Well, Carrie's not a bug, but she bugs the shit out of me.
I literally was almost going to say a roach so that Donna...
You can do an R word.
So that Donna would hate it, but...
You nasty.
That says a lot about our friendship. No, I was thinking, what kind of bug does everybody leave the fuck alone? Can't be like a cricket or a grasshopper because they're used for fishing. I'm not trying to be bait. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna say a butterfly because they at least get some time alone in the cocoon.
True that.
Ugh, tight space. It's probably moist in there. No thanks.
Cozy. No. Sleeping. I'm here for it.
And then when you get out, you're all pretty and you can fly.
Yeah, into someone's windshield.
You don't think ladybugs fly into windshields?
They're small.
What kind of logic is that?
That's literally what I was about to say. What kind of logic is that?
There's none.
She's just being argumentative today.
Mandy J wants to know, what has been the most rewarding thing about this podcast? What would you change if you could? if there is a way, can we Patreoners help with that change in any way?
The most rewarding thing's definitely the people that we've met and get to interact with on a daily basis, like from the different Facebook groups and people on Patreon who are in the Discord. So we get to chat a lot. Like just the community is definitely the most impactful.
I completely agree with that. It's the people, 100%.
Really and truly, I think y'all have looked up with y'all's fan base. They're so supportive of y'all and everything that y'all do. Always there to like give advice or cheer y'all on. You know, anything y'all ask of them, they do pretty much, which is amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I go back and forth about our name because so many people just instantly are like, no. If they only like true crime or, you know, whatever, they think it's only paranormal. Or they think we're weird because we have A in front of it. They don't understand the concept behind it. But then also I'm like, well, that's us though. And so the people who give us a chance and whatever, they're our people. So I go back and forth.
What would the name be if you could change it?
Lord, I don't know.
Well, I was wondering, you, Donna, you think about that shit all the time. I know you.
If I thought about it, I really would want to change it. But I don't know. Now I'm just used to it.
I like the name. I thought it was great. I never really thought about it just being paranormal, I guess because I knew y'all and knew,
Yeah.
you know, so, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I also like that it starts with an A, so you come up, like, in the beginning.
Yeah, that wasn't planned.
Yeah,
But-
we're not that clever.
You know, it's those crazy coincidence or whatever you want to call it, that dumb luck, you know.
What about you?
I concur. Actually, I was thinking about our logo because it's us and it doesn't really look much like us anymore because your hair's short and I've gained weight.
Okay. Okay.
Like I've thought about that, but that's small peas.
Yeah.
I literally just thought about that because I was looking at the logo the other day and go, doesn't even look like Donna anymore. Because she looks so different with long hair. But I mean, like you said, does it really matter in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of things? No.
As far as the Patreon, I think keep on doing what you're doing. Thank y'all so much for the support. And, you know, y'all are always there when we're like, hey, do y'all have any ideas for this? Or, hey, can y'all submit stuff for 31 Nights of Halloween? Or, you know, like y'all are always there to support us and come up with ideas and like to keep us moving forward with stuff. And so y'all are amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Teresa E's question. What would your dream house be like?
Paid off.
That's the fucking truth.
Dang.
Damn. Truth. Okay, so I want some land so that I can get like a real good ride lawnmower so I can mow my yard a lot. And I want it to look like the Property Brothers and Joanna Gaines had a baby and it designed my house. But not like that halfway that, you know, HGTV does, because that's very problematic a lot of the times. Like there's like whole TikToks on how shitty, like when they all come in and do the stuff, like sometimes it's not up to code, like the different HGTV shows. So not in that way, like I want it to actually be done. Like I like a little modern with a little like farmhousey, but I don't want it to be too farmhousey because I don't want it to be like a timestamp, like the pink bathrooms.
I agree with you on Joanna Gaines, but throw in, instead of Property Brothers, get them out of there. And then add in Sarah Moffat, who helped design my, well, you know, she put all my weird stuff together and it looks cohesive.
Yeah, I almost said her. That's so funny. She's a local interior decorator that actually does work on the show Hometown. She's fucking amazing.
She really is, and an amazing person. And if you're in the Facebook group, y'all know her kind of because her mom had some weird stuff going on in her house. And so she reached out to be like, do y'all have any knowledge of this? So she's a creepster too. But one thing I will never have is an upstairs. I don't want them.
If I did, it would have its own separate air conditioner unit.
True. But then there's potential of leaking and all that.
True that.
I got bad luck and bad knees. Just kidding.
Damn. Yeah. When I was a kid, I always wanted stairs, but no.
Now you actually do the laundry and you're like, fuck that.
Screw that shit. I got no time for that. Creep Mom wants to know for each of y'all, what would be your theme song?
Something without words.
Because you couldn't remember them.
Yeah, I suck at words. No lyrics for me.
Super Freak.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. I mean, keeping it 100. The episode 7, I think, that I was listening to earlier, somehow y'all got on this song about the California just had a party. And Carrie was so excited because she thought she got the words right, and she fucking didn't.
Did not.
Because she thought it was California is all about it or some
Yes.
bullshit like that.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it, yes.
Yeah, I literally have no idea, so we're just going to say
It'd be
I did
like,
mine.
hers would be like Beethoven's like Fifth Symphony. The dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, her bumping into the walls.
Okay. Tina D, which story / case has affected you the most and why and how?
Well, I have the attention span of a gnat, so mine's definitely going to be a more recent one. But the story I did about the couple recently whose, spoiler, if you're not caught up, then skip this part. But the couple who was buried alive and they were found like holding on to one another, that like crushed my soul.
Yeah.
It was gut wrenching. When
Yes.
you said that, I was like, out loud, was like, oh.
Oh, gosh.
As far as like an older case, Toy Box Killer, because I definitely had no idea how gruesome he actually was.
Yeah.
And then to be able to hear the audio that those women had to hear was just like too much.
It really was. And I was so excited for you to do that one because I had no idea.
And then you had an idea and you were like, no, take it back, take it back.
Right. Yes. I think mine would be sleep paralysis just because I didn't know how common it was and how much I never want to experience it.
No, not even a little.
It's terrifying. Terrifying. I've had it happen a couple of times, and I don't want it to happen over again. But mine has never been to the extreme where I see stuff. It's just the, like, I'm awake but can't move. It's the scariest feeling.
Oh,
My
gosh.
brain's going, wake up, move. Like, that's what I'm saying over and over again. Finally, it's like, it's almost like I bust through a wall or, like, throw something off of me to get up. So, one of the stories I think for me that affects Carrie is the Paulo Gertrude story.
Oh my gosh.
That motherfucking thing haunts me to this day.
Exactly. And not because it's obviously a horrible story.
Yeah, it is a really bad
terrible.
story.
It's a bad story. And it haunts you because of that. But also, bless your heart, that you have to relive that over and over again especially when new listeners come in.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
And as far as one of Donna's stories go, I think we can all agree that Black Eyed Kids did a number
Yeah,
on all of us.
Yeah.
She fucked us all up with that.
Yeah.
She did us dirty.
Like, I came past it since I'm re-listening. I was like, fuck no. Let's skip it. Tina D's next question is, what is the number one item on your bucket list?
Pay off all my debt.
Boring!
It's true. You asked.
That really is. That's huge. Just, I think both of us, it's not like we're all about the money. It's all about how we grew up. And so we're always looking for the ball to drop, and it's terrifying. So if we could just have, very little debt or something like that, that would be so helpful.
Exactly. Like, I just want to be in a place where I'm like comfortable. I don't have the money issues that everybody who grew up had, like I want to be able to retire when I'm ready, that kind of thing. I just don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, and like paying off student loans and all of that is how I'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
So it's not like money, I need all the money. It's like, no, I just want to.
The security of
Yes.
that. Yeah. And I mean, me losing my job was just like, and this is what I've always worried about, the money situation came true. But if we're talking like fun wise and not being, Debbie Downers about the bucket list, mine would be to go to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum in Las Vegas.
Mine would be to go to England like cottage style, the holiday England.
Okay, okay.
I like it. I like both of those.
Tiffany just wants to come along.
Yeah.
She's
Can
like,
just
I wanna come.
along for the ride.
No, what is yours, Tiff?
When I was younger, it used to be skydiving, but I mean, that was 150 pounds ago. So let's just be honest, that shit ain't happening. But now it'd be to travel. Like, I feel like I need to get out of small town Mississippi because I've not been very many places. So I think it'd be fun to just visit, even if it's just the United States, you know?
I will say, I kind of want to go to Montana. And that's such a, like, out of the blue place for me. But I think that's where Yellowstone is.
I was just about to say Yellowstone
Uh-huh. And I mean, can I get a rancher for, just a weekend?
and, Longmire.
Definitely him.
A different podcaster that I listened to, she just took her mom to Yellowstone and she said it was a great trip. She said, it's not something that I would ever thought of, but like we did it and it was amazing.
That's awesome. I don't know. Yellowstone just makes it look so good. The show, y'all, the show. I mean, Kevin Costner.
Well, also Big Sky is filmed.
Yes.
Well, it says it's in Montana. I don't know if they actually
that's
filmed
where
there or not, but
yeah. It's so pretty.
it really is. Okay, Tina D. Next question is, where do you see yourselves and separately the podcast in 1 year and or 5 years?
It's so funny. Our answer used to be Donna full-time podcast, and now you are.
Yeah. So, I mean, also, because I lost my job, there was definitely silver lining, and it was only because of this podcast and the Creepinati, the Patreoners, all of that. I see myself still single, still having daddy issues, and all of that. But then I hope for the podcast, we're having some live shows.
I agree with the live shows, and I hope to figure out a way to censor Donna a little bit.
Oh, for the live shows?
Yeah.
If they've been on the Facebook Lives for the monthly lives, you've been a little saucy on there. And I'm like, ooh, that's a Donna joke.
Yeah, but see, you tell all my shit, so that's all you gotta shut her down a little.
Never gonna happen.
I know. As far as me personally, obviously I hope I hope Colby and I are married and blah, blah, blah. All that gross stuff.
Tina D's next question. How will you haunt the other should you be the first to pass?
I will fuck with her sleep every fucking night.
I will lightly caress her skin and make her itch.
Okay, she wins.
Morgan N. If you were an alcoholic beverage, what would you be?
Non-alcoholic.
That's not the question, ma'am.
Rain.
It's a joke.
A bad one.
First thing was a slow screw. And I only know that from Creep Mom. 2, though, I was like, I used to get strawberry daiquiris all the time, but I'd be like heavy on the ice and whipped cream.
Never had a strawberry daiquiri with whipped cream.
It was at the casino all the time.
Oh yeah. When I'm like somewhere like that, like a cruise or like where daiquiri, like even like in New Orleans, anywhere in Louisiana, really, I'll get a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada mixed, a Miami Vice.
I was gonna say a Miami Vice. I had that one time in Mexico, and I couldn't even tell you what it tasted like because we were so freaking hot. We waited forever to get it. Like, drink that, and that is the time I went into the ocean, and
Donna also likes Mai Tai, so she could say, Mai Tai, have a Mai Tai.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm so thick of that.
No one thought it was funny.
Drunk Donna did.
I mean, sober Donna does.
Yeah, but drunk Donna was like, this is the funniest thing in the world.
Sober Donna does the same shit.
Yes.
Let's be honest. And we're like, no, it's not.
What would you be, T? Beer?
Well, yes, because that's like my drink of choice. So, yes, beer. But,
And most people like it, too.
yes, it's good. It's good shit. But my mom has been on a Bloody Maria kick.
Ooh,
What?
what's that?
It's a Bloody Mary, but made with tequila. And instead of pepper, it's like seasoned salt around the rim. It's so fucking good.
Never heard of that.
It is so good. I love it. Because I'm not like a Bloody Mary person. Like the vodka and pepper and the tomato is just not my jam. But that tequila and the seasoning, whoo, game changer. Next question. Lisa B. Would you ever go to a haunted location and do a Facebook Live investigation for us? And where would you go?
100%.
Yeah, 100. That's what we want to get to. We just need some equipment and to learn how to investigate. Because we don't want to be Zach Bagans 2.0.
Also, Carrie needs ankle,
Stabilizers.
Yes.
and knee pads.
And what'd you say?
Knee pads.
No. Carrie needs a fucking Depends diaper.
Well, that
because you
too.
know I will pee myself when I scream.
Where would we go? We have a girls' home here locally. And I mean, now it's just like open land, I think. But I would want to go there.
Y'all never went as teenagers?
I never did. I think she
didn't
did.
either.
I only went in driver's ed. We just like literally drove to the like driveway, and it had like the metal gate, so you couldn't not metal gates, like the swivel kind, and it's just like 2 bars, you know. Mm-hmm. So of course we didn't go in because we're on school time, we're with the teacher, and trespassing. So he just was like, "This is it," and I was like, "Oh," and then we left.
You looked like the aliens from not Monsters. Oh,
Toy Story?
Yeah, it's from Toy Story. Because how you did your eyes, a stranger from the outside. Ooh.
Sharon M. Donna. Would you rather be in bed with Shane or Ryan? If you know, you know. A winky face.
Shane.
That's a tall one.
Yeah.
Is that supernatural?
No, it's BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Obviously, I didn't know.
Shane just seems more fun. Ryan seems like he would be all on his head, and I don't know. Shane would push boundaries with me.
Sharon M. Carrie. If you could watch the 5 minutes of a crime unsolved and you knew exactly what happened, which crime would it be?
I feel so lame being like John Bonet, but that case is just my case because I literally remember it happening. Like I remember standing in the grocery store and her being over all the tabloids.
Yeah.
So I just feel like for people our age, they're like, yeah. No, I get what you mean because we fucking remember it happening.
No, totally. I mean, I think that's the case that has haunted us the most. That one and Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yeah, OJ, yeah.
Like, those are our two that, like, were so much press and coverage and...
Yeah, like, I literally remember being out of school for the summer and being pissed because I couldn't watch Days of Our Lives because the OJ trial was on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But, like, I can remember the coverage of John Bonet, and I can still see their house with the police tape.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so embedded in my head. So that's, like, I know that you say that a lot, but, like, that is the one case that I would love to, like, be solved.
I want to know what's happening with Bryce Laspisa. That's what I want.
That's the one that you covered on an episode where he was taking Vyvanse for his ADHD.
He didn't have ADHD.
Oh, well, he was recreationally taking Vyvanse, and his mom basically tracked him on his way home, but nobody knows where he is.
Yeah, that one.
Laura M., would you rather be stuck on a broken ski lift or in a broken elevator?
Elevator.
Damn, that was fast. Is it because it's indoors?
Yes.
What if the air conditioner was broke?
Ooh.
Yeah, but plummeting in an elevator just feels a little safer than plummeting from 8 billion feet in the air.
Right.
Well, and also, I feel like if no one found me, animals would get my body sooner outside than inside.
True. Plus, I mean, if it's a ski lift, it's probably cold as shit.
Very true.
Bridget O. If you had a bucket list, what destination, anywhere on Earth, do you want to visit and why?
England. I don't know why, but I've been obsessed for years and years and years.
I'm right there with you, Carrie. That's my number one destination.
I also want to do one of those little tiki places thingies where Like in like Tahiti, Maldives, whatever, where your hut is like in the water. You have to like walk across the thing to get to it.
Never. No.
That's the other thing I want to do.
Why are we the same person? Because that is my other destination.
Get out of my life.
Ugh.
No, don't get out of my life. Get out of my head. Quit trying to steal my identity.
Ugh.
She's so mean. See, she don't like me.
No, I want you in my life. Just quit trying to steal my life.
Mine would be Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Okay, well, that doesn't exist.
She said on Earth.
Well,
That's not on Earth because it doesn't exist.
It was in a studio.
excuse me, there is a Willy Wonka candy, so there is a Willy Wonka chocolate factory somewhere.
Okay, well, it's not the same. Augusta Gloop or whatever his name is not floating in the fucking river.
Well, I don't want that. I just want to be able to kick the gumballs around and everything else. Taste the wallpaper.
Drink some fizzy lifting drink.
Yes.
Kareen T. For both of y'all, what was your favorite childhood scary story? And for both of y'all, which stories that you have done so far on the podcast have moved you the most?
The second one we've already kind of answered, but the first one, Freddy Krueger and Silence of the Lambs. We watched that all the time as kids.
Oh, okay. Well, I went completely different route in my brain. Heapy and Jeepy that my mom made up. And the scary stories to tell in the dark.
Oh, okay. If we're going that route, then Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Ooh,
All the
good
above.
one. Good one. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. How did I forget Goosebumps?
I figured that's what you were going to say. Zoe O. If you could have one celebrity listener, who would it be and why?
Why was my immediate thought Taylor Swift?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I don't know why. Like, I mean, I like Taylor Swift. Like, I'm a fan of Taylor. Like, Donna and I have been to her concert when we lived in Houston, but I don't know why that was my first thought. But I'll take it.
Well, I flipped out when I learned that Selena Spooky Boo
Yes!
was in our group. So that's who I'm like, you listen to us? Even if like you listen to one episode, you listen to us? So it would be her. She's a celebrity.
Oh, for sure. I was like, wait, what?
I was always thinking that it would be cool if Conan O'Brien did because he's like obsessed with true crime shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's so funny. But I like Conan O'Brien. I don't know.
I do. I like to string dance.
I have no opinion on Conan O'Brien. You kind of look like him right now, though.
Oh my God. Okay. Zoe O's next question. If you could be any cryptid, which would you be and why?
Some sort of a shapeshifter. Is that a cryptid? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is a werewolf a cryptid?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I know like Bigfoot is, but ooh, what about Nessie?
Oh, that is the least one I would be. In the water, dark water? No. Not no way, not no how. I would be the Mothman just because there's bumper stickers that say like the Mothman ate my ass at Denny's and stuff.
Oh my God. What the fuck does that even mean?
Well, if I cover him, you'll know.
That's disturbing on so many levels.
You know, that doesn't surprise me, not even a little.
And also, he's just so cute. I have a Mothman air freshener.
Is he though?
Yes.
He believe you like something that has wings and flies. Does he fly? Does he have wings? I don't know. He's a Mothman. I figured he did. Okay. Zoe O's next question is, if your story was on APC, what would it be about?
Me killing Donna.
Damn.
There's some animosity in this room right now.
Then I haunt her ass by fucking with her sleep.
No, mine would be somebody who's picking on somebody and I lost my shit on them.
Mine would probably be some road rage thing.
Don't you love how we both went to crime and not like, oh, we picked up a haunted object at the antique stores that we always go to?
Well, I'm cheap.
Zoe O, what would you prefer to fight 100 chicken-sized T-Rexes or one T-Rex-sized chicken?
It's so funny. We had this conversation one day at work.
Nuh-huh.
A T-Rex sized chicken. Because then you only got to beat one thing.
Yeah, that's true. But that's real big.
Yeah, but fucking 100, you know, I mean, nipping at your ankles and shit.
True. Yeah, I agree.
Karen A. If you could do a deep dive into one subject to expand into a mini-series, what would you choose and why?
There's this local case here of a missing girl. Her name's Angela Freeman. And again, just like John Bonet, I remember her going missing, and I remember that she went missing at the Pizza Hut. And I remember the flyers and her mom and all the things. And so that's the one that I would want to like deep dive in and try to figure out.
Yeah, her mom actually put up flyers and was like a customer of my mom's store. So we were really closely involved with that. So that one, but also there's a local murder here from the Moody Boys, and it was really brutal and stuff, but a lot of people don't know about it. And so I would want to do that.
Karen's next question. What advice would you give to newcomers wanting to start a podcast?
Do it. Do it now. Get moving blankets. They're cheap-ish.
You can get them at Harbor Freight.
That helps with sound because go from episode 1 to like episode 3, total difference. But yeah, just do it.
Okay. Karen's next question. If money was no issue, what would be your dream Halloween costume?
I don't know because I love punny kind of stuff. So none of it really costs that much.
Okay, so I was thinking it might be fun to be on Beetlejuice when they try to make themselves scary and they make their faces out long.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like Colby and me to do that as a couple's costume.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally, like, if money was no issue and could get, like, a team of people to help me, would be to be Columbia from Rocky Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It could be done with, like, no money, like, but I've never been able to execute it properly.
Yeah.
And also, I would like to redo our Clue costumes.
Yes.
Yeah, those
me
were
too.
terrible.
Me too. Yeah.
They were some homemade janky stuff.
Yeah.
That was fucking terrible.
Okay. Her last question. If you started a paranormal investigation group, who would you want, real or TV personality, on said crew, and what would their job be?
Creep Mom, organize shit.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Creep Mom and any of the Ghost Bros. Tiffany wants us to say her.
Real bad. I even cleared the throat for you.
You know what? I was like, she must have had a frog in her throat again.
No. But I will tell you this. Look, I have a hard time being quiet, but this girl, you try to, like, hide and seek is not a thing with her. She cannot be quiet.
No, that's why I could never go, like, rolling. Like, you know, here in the South, like, during homecoming, you go TP people's homes. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No. So,
You could be there, but you ain't going to be
and she could not take the pictures because
she cut your
she
heads off.
cuts heads off.
And they may already be headless, so
Or we'd be like,
we wouldn't know.
oh my God, the camera malfunctioned. No, it was just Tiffany taking some pictures.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Tiffany's really good to, like,
Hype.
hype you up and then, like, oh, let me grab that, like organize. You know what I mean? Like,
Actually,
she's like,
I was going to say, she is really good at being, like, on task, the task manager.
yeah.
I'll take it. I just want to be invited.
Hey, Tiff, we're going to do this. You want to come? Okay, no, bye.
Pretty much.
I don't think she heard us. Okay, bye.
Exactly. I just want to be invited, bitches. Angie C. She says she's on episode 57 and she has been listening to some of the most recent episodes lately. So y'all might have mentioned this already, but since beginning your podcast, do you feel y'all experience strange things more frequently, given that you have now spent quite some time speaking on horrendous happenings?
I don't think so. Because that is good, but I feel like weirder shits have happened to me before, but maybe because I talk about it and stuff, now it's not so weird to me.
Well, I mean, you did have a listener, actually 2 listeners, tell you that a tall man standing behind you. So I'd say that's pretty weird.
I mean, I've had some weird stuff happen. It's just it hasn't been more frequent than it was before.
She also says that she loves you all and thank you for this podcast. And she's hoping to send in some of her own Sinister Sightings soon.
Ooh, well, send them in.
For me, no, nothing's different.
Because she's a skeptic. Danielle Z. For both of you, how did you come to the determination of what your beliefs are regarding the paranormal and the afterlife? Is it something that started out one way and then warped into your current beliefs, or have you always felt the way that you feel about it?
I've always believed in ghosts and stuff because I grew up with my mom loving all of that stuff and telling us scary stories and things like that. But I feel like since we've been doing the podcast and stuff, my beliefs in like spiritualism and like reincarnation and stuff like that have evolved.
Yeah, I used to really not understand what somebody meant and like thought it was silly when somebody said that they're like spiritual and not religious, and like I didn't get that at all. Like I thought it was silly. And now that's how I see myself, and it's like, oh, well, I was ignorant as shit. So I appreciate that spiritualism a whole lot more because that's how I see things now. As far as like the beliefs in the paranormal, I think that I understand the things that can be seen as paranormal a lot better. Like, okay, well, there's like fault lines under the house, that kind of thing, a little bit more that are like debunking things. So I'm better able to verbalize my fake.
Yeah. Also, I've definitely learned more about Satanism and stuff like that because, I mean, we grew up in the South. So it was like, oh my God, satanic rituals. Holy shit. And it's like, okay, now we're way more familiar with it as a religion and everything. And so that's definitely changed.
Shannon M. What is your favorite dessert?
Brownies.
Ice cream with sprinkles.
And no nuts in my brownies.
No, hell no.
Nuts in my mouth, not on my brownies.
Y'all crazy. Put some nuts in there. Shit's good. Okay. Shannon's next question. What is something that has stuck with you? Either a picture from a story or a quote from a murderer or like something a witness has saw?
One thing that, like, right now, it's that damn mask that Carrie talked about.
Oh, my God.
Get up. That is fucking disturbing.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Very, very creepy.
I could have went my whole life without seeing that.
Also, I'm going to always take it back to the toy box killer.
Yeah.
And then that little room that dad kept his daughter in for like 20 something years and had like 6 kids with her.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And I think it was in Austria.
Fritzel, because we said an Austrian pretzel.
Yeah.
Chelsea M. How would you escape a kidnapper?
Play dead, like just dead weight, just drop. If you can pick me up and you can haul my ass out, okay.
Donna's mom always taught us to carry our car keys in between our fingers so that if somebody was to come up behind you, she told us the same thing, to drop dead, but also that you can stab the key in their eye.
Damn. Straight in the eyeball. I'm going to steal Donna's answer. Dead weight.
I mean, you got to work with what you're given. And I got a lot of weight on me, so here you go. Also, I talk a lot, so they would probably be like, I'm going to return to sender, okay?
That's what I was going to say. Growing up, everybody always told me that somebody would give me back if they kidnapped me. So I figured I'd just be myself.
Chelsea's next question. Favorite famous haunted house?
I think the Sally house. I did that one kind of early on. It's just really interesting to me.
Winchester Mansion for me.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
Her last question. Brownies or cookies?
Brownies.
It depends. Corner brownies or soft cookies.
Right there with you. And snickerdoodle cookies.
No, chocolate chip.
No, snickerdoodle.
But brownies with like hunks of chocolate in it. With all edges and warm.
Yes.
Let's just be honest. Any sweet will do.
True that. Unless it has nuts.
Y'all are crazy. Nuts are delicious. Creep Mom, for the both of you, what are the 3 most important rules in your house?
Oh, I know one for Donna's.
Put the seat down, the toilet seat down.
Yes, 100.
100. I own this house. I'm a female, and I do not want to see the underneath of that seat. No, put it down.
I don't care about that.
It's just how I was raised, and I continue that on. So yeah, number 1, that's not number 1, but like, it's definitely top 3. Another rule is Marbu lives here, so love her too.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, our dogs live here and you're a guest, so don't be a dick about my dog because this is their house.
Yeah. Another rule is I have a lot of throw blankets, so I'm not going to turn the AC like up for you so it's not a freaking hot box in my house.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just a good rule in general is respect my house.
Yeah.
I respect your shit, respect my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't break anything because, look, I'm so clumsy. Shit's expensive. Just try your best. But shit happens. I will come in your house and I will break your toilet seat in a hot second. But just don't get, you know what mine is? Don't get drunk and break shit. That's my thing.
Been there, done that.
Here?
Not here, just in general, like when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like being stupid.
You just have so much more respect for stuff when it's yours.
Right.
Yeah.
And you paid for it.
Kim R. What fictional character do you feel most connected to?
Scooby-Doo. Just like one loves to snack.
I was just about to say, why? You love
There's
all the
that.
snacks? Mm-hmm.
Two has his best friend, and I have two, and they're just as scared as he is, you know, and all of that. But somehow they make it out, and so yeah.
I like it. Matilda.
Oh, I wish. Mr. Magoo.
100. I do call you that all the freaking time.
Oh my God, I call my dog that.
I felt very old at work the other day because I called one of my coworkers that, and she didn't know who he was.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they don't play any of those good old cartoons.
Well,
really.
and a lot of people don't like Mr. Magoo because they say like he's problematic because he's like making fun of people with visual impairments.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get it, but I mean, watching him walk, I just remember the episode. He's walking on the water thing that's like the wheel.
Yeah.
And he's walking. It's just so funny. It's the only one I like remember. Kim's next question. What are your favorite pizza toppings?
Cheese, ham, and onion.
Pepperoni, cheese, and green olives.
What?
Yeah, like literally cheese is the only thing that I want on that. And she likes light sauce. Ew.
Yeah, light sauce.
Gotta have light sauce. That's what gives me heartburn.
You know what? If I'm eating pizza, I can deal with the heartburn.
Ugh, no. Kim's last question. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Pay off my student loans.
Yeah, I mean, get out of debt.
And probably buy some land.
I would completely redo my house. Even though I got to, like, literally build mine from the ground up. Like, there's so much that I would change because I was so young and naive and didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I would start completely over.
And of course, like, help my parents and, you know, all that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like, get out of debt. Again, that's just always forefront on my mind. You know, and also go visit my family in Honduras because that's just something that I've never had the money for. So I only know them through Facebook.
That'd be a cool experience for you.
Well, I think that should do it for part 1. What do y'all think?
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we're going to wrap up for now, but stay tuned because there are still more questions. So part 2 coming at you.
Soon-ish.
But until part 2 comes out, we want you to remember.
Creep it real
And don't get scared.